What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's Chris Johnstone here. And today I'm going to show you how to 4 times the amount of closings that you get from the leads in your business without having any additional leads in your business. This is phenomenal. So as you can tell, it is September the 1st, and we are going to be doing a quick little video like this each day of the week here in September. So we've got lots of great content for you coming up. And we wanted to start with this one because it's fundamental. Anybody can use it, and you can use it right now to get more deals from the leads that you already have in your business. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into our presentation mode here and show you this stuff real quick. So you should see business marketing class up on your screen. Now, this fundamental process that we have here is why our mortgage concierge works so well. And if you go to businessmarketingclass.com, opt in for free, there's a 1-hour training on the other side where I show you the 5 different systems that we're using to close deals right now. This is perfect information if you're in the mortgage industry, because we go through our purchase lead campaign, we go through our refinance lead campaign, and we also have campaigns in there for your real estate partners. So if you're in the real estate business, it's still great for you to opt in and get that training as well. If you're in the insurance business or you're a wealth advisor, again, there's great information for you there as well. Now, this particular screenshot is one of our clients. This is their results from last month. They generated 100 leads. We booked them 26 mortgage appointments. Okay, so that is not responses to the leads. Those are appointments of people that we booked that actually wanted to talk to a mortgage professional about submitting an application. Now, most companies or most businesses won't even speak to 10 to 15% of the leads that they generate. We're taking 26% of them to an appointment. Now, from those appointments, we generated 12 active deals for that client, or I should say the client generated 12 active deals. They've had 1 funded deal in less than 30 days. We got an update on that account this morning. They're actually up to 3 funded deals now from those first 100, and that's in less than 45 days, which is pretty cool. Now, how are we able to book so many appointments? Well, it's because we're not using normal follow-up. I'll give you a little teaser here. We're using Omni-Channel follow-up, which means that we're using more than 1 communication pathway. There's actually 5 communication pathways that we're using to follow up. And the reason why it's creating such a dramatic response is because people are used to getting poor follow-up from companies and from businesses, right? These are statistics from the National Sales Association in America. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. Imagine that. All of the people in our industry that are buying Zillow leads, they're buying Boomtown leads, they're buying leads off Facebook or Instagram or Google. I mean, there's tremendous amounts of money and revenue that are being poured into advertising systems. Everybody thinks, I need more leads, I need more leads, I need more leads. Yet 48% of us statistically aren't even following up on the leads that we get. All we're doing is picking the low-hanging fruit. There's so much more opportunity. Most businesses don't need more leads. What they need is a system to convert more of the customers that they have, their past customer database marketing, right? Then you can use a strategy that I'm going to be teaching you this month, that I teach you inside Business Marketing Class. If you go to businessmarketingclass.com, you can get instant access to that training right now. I teach you this strategy called the irresistible offer. Using that, you can go out to top performing producers in your local marketplace and get them to give you their leads for free, just because of this big problem. Most of them don't have a system for following up on the leads. If they're a busy agent and they're doing good business, they don't have time to follow up on the leads, nor do they want to. So you can go and you can solve that problem for them and get paid to do it by setting up an automatic omni-channel follow-up system that follows up on the leads automatically over time. Now, the statistics go on. You can see them here. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and then stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contact attempts on their leads. But here's the real crux of the thing. Down here at the bottom, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact with a lead. We know that to be true, and we actually know that that number is getting longer. We're seeing longer response times. And again, leads that come in the mortgage and the real estate industry, they're in a long buying path. math, right? People are making the largest financial decision of their lives. They're going to make it slowly. It's normal for us to get lead lists that are 30, 60, 90, even 120 days old and still get people that are very good leads that are then ready to go. And they're open to doing business with our clients because nobody has followed up with them when they've started submitting lead forms. So that's normal follow-up. And obviously we don't want that for you. Now, the other normal thing that people are doing is they're saying, well, I'll give them a call and then I'll email them, or I'll put them in my my newsletter that gets sent out once a month. And if you think about that logically, from how many emails you get in the average day, if you're just calling somebody one time and then putting them in an email autoresponder, we're all just bombarded by email every day. I mean, if you look at this, the average office worker receives about 90 emails a day and sends around 40 business emails a day. That sounds about right in my world, maybe even a little bit more. I don't know about you. I know we just went through the end of the month in the mortgage industry, so I'm sure all of y'all have got a little bit of communication downtime coming, hopefully, for you. But we all know what it's like to be completely amped up in our email and with text messages and following up on people. So when you get somebody who's just trying to prospect you inside your email, do you read those messages? Of course not. Email response is dwindling dramatically. So if we look at the industry, people that consider themselves to be doing a good job of follow-up might send an email after a lead comes in, maybe a phone call, maybe a text message, and then they rely on a newsletter drip. Well, that's going to equal out about a 10% response. And that's normal. We have clients that come to us all the time, say, I'm buying leads from wherever, online, right? And I talk to about 10 of every 100 of the leads that I get. Well, it's normal for us to get responses back from 40 to 50% of the leads that we generate from online because of omni-channel follow-up. Now, the whole crux of why this thing works so well is because all we're doing is we're following up with people immediately, right? The first 10 minutes, absolutely critical, especially with today's society and short attention spans, all those wonderful things. We need to make sure that we're following up on those leads right away. It has to be automatic because a sales professional cannot be fast enough to follow up on that lead. So it's got to be automatic. You've got to have the first 2 messages out to those people in the first 10 minutes in order to convert the maximum amount of those people. So an automated system and speed to the lead, very important. Now, the other thing that's very important is having that automatic sequence that goes over time. So it's not just one message that goes out. Again, we saw from the statistics, we've got to follow up with people at least 14, 15 times over a long period of time to build the relationship, to provide value, to really get people in a relationship with us, right? Then we have to communicate with people through the communication channel that they like to communicate with. It's just like language. Right? So we're lucky enough to do a fair bit of travel, right? And I know from past experience, if I go to a country that speaks primarily Spanish and I ask for something in English, I'm not going to get a good response, right? Because they don't understand me and they don't want to communicate in that pathway. And that's totally okay, right? I need to communicate in the pathway that they are used to communicating in. It's just like a language. And some people really like to email, but honestly, not most. People really like to communicate via text message. Some people really like to communicate on the phone. And then other people really like direct message or instant message or now voice message through social media, Facebook and Instagram primarily, right? So you're going to get people that speak all these different languages. And if you're not speaking their language, if you're not giving them the communication path that they want to reply back to you, they just won't reply. So when you're following up on leads, it has to be omni-channel. You have to reach out with email, yes, but that's going to be the least amount of response that you get on the system. You might get 1 to 5% of your leads to reply back via email. Then text message, you're going to get about 15% response of those people reply back. So if you get 100 leads, 15 of them are going to respond via text message. Then ringless voicemails, or taking that list of people, putting them into our power dialer inside our Connect My Leads CRM and using the power dialer to call them, or using ringless voicemail is going to get you another 20% response. So if you look at what most professionals are doing and they're just emailing or they're just making one phone call, they're leaving the majority of the leads unconverted in their funnel. Or what you actually want to do is automate this system so that you get all the responses via email, you get all the responses via text, you get all the responses via voicemail or via phone calls that come right in. And then if you're more advanced and you're running a chat bot or something like that, you have automatic messages that go out through Facebook Messenger, and those are converting. And that's what takes you from a 10% response rate to a 40% response rate with no additional leads, right? So you can make a dramatic difference in the amount of leads that you're closing just by adding in Omni-Channel. And again, if you go over to businessmarketingclass.com right now, opt in, there's a free 1-hour training on the other side after you opt in. And I walk you through an exact Omni-Channel follow-up sequence. So you can see when we send the text messages, when we send the ringless voicemails, when we send the emails, you even get the scripts inside the training. So you can see what messages we're sending to people to get 40 and 50% of the leads to respond back to us. Now, here's the real, I guess, I'm hoping that this really drives this home for you, because this process of omni-channel communication needs to go across all aspects of your business. It's not just following up on your leads, right? Because if you look at your past customer database and you're just emailing your past customer database, you're leaving the majority of the referrals that exist in your database untapped. You're leaving a massive part of your business just completely left for somebody else to go take that business when it comes time for renewal, or those people's friends, family members, coworkers that are getting mortgages right now or getting refinances right now. You're not getting those referrals because you're not communicating in the proper language to that past customer in order to get them to refer you business. You absolutely need to start reaching out on the phone, either using a power dialer like our CRM offers, or using ringless voicemail or text message if you have the proper consent from your database in order to do those things. You need to be getting out and using omni-channel response. It works on your database. It works on the free leads that you get from your real estate partners. If you have old leads in your mortgage business or in your real estate business that you haven't worked in the last, they're 30 days old and you're not doing anything with them, an omni-channel follow-up system will re-engage those leads and generate deals for you. I mean, we had a client of ours came to us with a database of past customers, 49 past customers, okay? Which arguably is for some people, that's a big list. For some people, that's a small list. Whatever. He had 49 past customers that he hand-selected to send a message to. By using omni-channel follow-up, he was able to close 7 deals out of just 49 past customers. We regularly take aged leads list with, if we've got 100 leads in there, we'll get responses from 35, 40 people, even though that list is 30, 60, 90 days old. Omni-channel works. You've got to be implementing this in your business. So if you do the math on 100 leads, and it doesn't matter whether it's your past customer database, aged leads from a partner, leads that you're generating in real time from Facebook or Instagram or Google or YouTube, wherever it is that you're getting those from, look at the difference with no additional leads produced in your business. Just adding in omni-channel and going from a 10% response to 40% response. So we're not changing anything here except for the response rate. So we're going to take 100 leads and we're going to say, okay, on the left-hand side, we get a 10% response rate. Well, if you've got 100 leads, that means you've got 10 people that reply back at a 10% response, right? If 50% of those people book an appointment with you, you've got 5 appointments. If 50% of those appointments apply to become a customer, you have 2.5 applications. And if you close 80% of the applications that you get, which is a normal number, again, these are normal numbers that we see coming through our funnels all the time. If 80% of the applications close, you've closed 2 deals. If you're making an average of $2,500 a deal, which, some are going to be making a lot more, some are going to be making less, but we tend to see this as a good benchmark in the mortgage industry. You've made $5,000 off those 100 leads. You've closed 2 deals, right? Well, changing nothing, but adding in omni-channel response to your business. And let's say rather than getting a 10% response rate, we're getting a 40% response rate, which again is normal across the systems where we're using omni-channel response. Well, rather than 10 responses, you get 40 responses. Now, we're not changing any of the other numbers. Okay, all of the other numbers stay the same as far as the conversion percentage that you're bringing in through your system. So that means you get 40 responses from the 100 leads as opposed to 10. Okay, 50% of those people book an appointment. That's 20 appointments. 50% of those people submit an application, which is 10. 80% of those applications close, 8 deals. If you're making the same $2,500 per deal and you're closing 8 deals instead of 2, that's a $20,000 revenue that comes into your business rather than a $5,000 revenue that comes into your business. No additional lead gen. It's a very simple process. And the wonderful thing about it is that it's automated. Once you set it up, it takes this weight off of you. Have you ever seen, you really set up a successful online marketing campaign? It's like that first time where you're sitting at your desk and you hear those multiple dings coming from your phone and you look at it and you're like, oh man, I'm getting leads. Yeah, that's amazing for about 5 days, right? And then every time it goes off, it's kind of like you get this twitch where you're like, oh man, another lead. What am I going to do? I got to call that person back. I got to follow up with them. I got to make a cold call at first. And then the rest of the process that goes along with it. I got to remember where they are on the funnel. I got to remember what day I got to call them on. We don't have a system behind all that stuff. Of course, most sales professionals don't make their follow-up calls. It's stressful. And there's lots of other things that we can, spend our time doing or distract ourselves with in order to get away from that. When you set the discipline for a very short period of time to set up the automation so that a ringless voicemail goes out automatically, a text message goes out automatically, an email goes out automatically, all in the first day. And then you've got a year-long process that's going to convert those leads into appointments for you automatically. It frees your business. And then all you have to do is actually show up on those appointments, which is money time, right? Those are the people that you actually want to be talking to, people that have booked an appointment that want to talk to you. And again, this whole process of how to take an omni-channel marketing system, deploy it on your database or on your referral partners or on the free leads that your referral partners give you, or building a funnel on Google or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and how to get those leads to respond and book appointments with you and become customers. I lay the entire thing out for you at businessmarketingclass.com. And you can go there, you can opt in for free today and watch that 1-hour training. And then if you'd like, we'll actually get on the phone with you and walk you through building out a custom system for you. So that's all I've got for you today. Hope that you're enjoying it, and I would love it if in the comments below, if you could go ahead and just type in businessmarketingclass.com and leave that as a comment below the video. I would really appreciate it. That way, people can just click the link rather than having to go and type it all out. So if anybody has any questions about this, I am happy to help. If you leave a comment, I'll get back with you and I'll make sure that you get the answer that you are looking for. So with that, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Happy September the 1st, and I will see you tomorrow on another broadcast with more information on how to grow your business. Talk soon, everybody.